MD here. Have you ever, with all due respect, first and foremost, I ask God for forgiveness of my sins. Second of all, I want to ask the United States of America for an apology for delaying the Metropolitan Super Railway. We'll just call it the Metropolitan CTE or something, city to state, or ST, state and CS, yeah. Okay. This right here is a cup. I apologize for this delay. Unfortunately, the toy store owner did not let me use his models. I guess he got a little offended. Usually happens to people that are jealous. Okay, now this is my harmonica. My harmonica. I'm going to use this as the explanation of the inside, the carousel. That's not the framing. The chassis. It's not the chassis, okay? Okay, this is the carousel. I want you to picture this as the carousel. All the people sit inside this. Okay? Now, when we add what is it now? Okay, this is the seating. This is where everybody sits. Okay, this is where everybody sits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 20 people, whatever. Okay? State of the art inside and everything. Now, this is the part where I have to ask the beautiful people of the United States or the rest of the world. I want the taxpayers to own it. I want the taxpayers to own it. I want the taxpayers to own it. Like we own Amtrak. Did you know everybody owns Amtrak? Everybody owns Amtrak. So we'll just call it the Metropolitan Amtrak. Okay. This right here inside is the carousel. This goes inside here. Now, what we got to figure out, I'm the light bulb. There's nothing without the light bulb. I, Michael R. D. Alvarado, am the light bulb. The idea. Now, when this goes right there, this is the carousel. This is right here is where everybody's sitting. This is the carousel, the main carousel. Now, on the Flash, the Metropolitan Flash Link Flash, that's the fastest subway. I mean, the fastest train. What I'm explaining is the Flash. Okay, now there's 3 railways. One's the Flash, one's the normal travel, the normal express, and one's the enabled. people with broken arms or people can't walk, they're unable. Okay, has very kind assistance in it. They help people with wheelchairs, etc., 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 etc. Okay, so there's 3 of them. The Flash, I'm explaining the Flash right now. The Flash is the fastest one. I want to be in the state of California in 25 minutes. So funny, I forgot to laugh. Your car does 85 miles an hour from here to California. You're there in 5 hours. You're there in 5 hours. What if I'm doing 350 miles an hour? When you get on the plane, how fast does the plane go from here to downtown LA? 1 hour. Because you're doing what? Hundreds of miles an hour. Okay. Now this right here, the carousel, it's got to have 1 gearing, 2 gearing, 3 gearing. This is the part where the entire plane's like right in this. Oh my God, we worship this guy. Right there, you're infants. Everybody's an infant right now. Okay? This is the gearing. 1 gearing, 2 gearing, 3 gearing. The gearing goes inside. It's inside. Okay? Hidden. Now, what happens when you're going, how about the banks of Talladega? Why does Talladega got huge banks? Huge banks. You're doing over 200 miles an hour. Talladega has a record of 20 miles an hour or faster. Now, can I do 200 miles an hour on the turn? I sure can if it's banked. If it's banked. So, on the carousel, on the track, on the railway, I'll explain a little later. On the track, the type of chassis and the rail track I have not explained. What I'm explaining is the carousel first. Now, when the carousel is doing 300 miles an hour, money talks. 300 miles an hour. Like a bullet. So now we're going over a mountain, or it turns to a special to an inner, or whatever on that. On the turns, yes, we do have to turn in certain paths because we got to find solid rock for a track. Now, when it turns, the carousel, to keep the momentum of high speed, mile per hour, your momentum is going to go, whoa, you're going to go like that. What happens when you're inside an oval cylinder? Huh? What happens when you're inside an oval cylinder? Here comes that left turn. Whoa, they're going around the track 207 miles an hour. Look at them go. They're taking out that bank. Oh, here comes the straightaway. Here comes the left turn. Hitting the bank area. The bank keeps the mile per hour. Now, when the carousel takes the bank and the geared balancer takes the bank for me, and I'm sitting right here, Am I going like this? Whoa! Or am I nice and straight and comfortable? I'm nice and straight and comfortable because what's turning is the outsider carousel gearing. The outsider carousel gearing. So in other words, let's say we're going through the bank. We're going real fast. Okay, it's going real fast. Now here comes that turn, okay? This is the chassis. This is the outside chassis. What I'm saying is we're billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. I'm not joking. Okay, so this is the chassis, this is the carousel. Now we're going through that turn at a certain area in Nevada and between Nevada and downtown in California, but I don't want to slow down because I got to be there. Money talks. I'm waiting for my $5 million meeting. So the lower carousel, the lower chassis turns. The lower chassis turns. So I'm nice and sturdy. Does it make sense? Or do I sound stupid and crazy like everybody's been offending me 24 hours, 7 days a week, and I'm sick of it. So the gearing, if you want on the track, it'll have a sensor stop. Okay, so the gearing is gonna go. It's gonna have a momentum sensor track, a sensor gear. Kind of like pulse. The pulse sensor that for computer operated for the brakes of a car. Anti-lock braking system. So this basically, and we're in nice and straight. In other words, I'm not tilting like this, like a roller coaster. A roller coaster is on the outside. My name is Michael R.D. Alvarado. I want to appreciate the United States of America. That's what I was trying to explain over there at the in downtown Las Vegas. But the owner of the toy shop is rude. So I apologize on the relapse. He kind of pissed me off. Please understand, okay? We got a little bit of homework to do. Okay? We got a little homework. FBI of all the countries, what I said is taxpayers owned. No one by name owns it, or I will sue you so hard that you will eat shit for the rest of your life. What I said is for the taxpayers. In other words, like Amtrak, like the F-14 Tomcat, like a submarine, like my A-10 Fairchild, like my Air Force Base, like my president, like my fire department, like we own it. Oh my God. Okay, Amtrak, that's an ultimate upgrade. On the next video, I'll explain the grip, the momentum, grip, chassis, and rail. The momentum grip. I'll explain the momentum grip. That's part 2. God bless the USA. And remember, kids, I forgot what I was going to tell you.